The moment you make a mistake in pricing, you're eating into your reputation or your profits. Katherine Paine. Welcome to the Stitched for Success podcast, where we are teaching business and life lessons that will help you launch, grow, or scale your creative business. I am Monica Allen, and I'm a wife, mom, daughter, entrepreneur, author, friend, lifelong learner, and host of this podcast. For over 8 years, I was stuck in corporate and dreamt of escaping. Creating a side hustle with just $700 and having taken the leap over 15 years ago, we have since grown multiple six-figure and seven-figure brands. Being an entrepreneur for over 18 years has afforded me many successes and a few failures. I want to share those with you so you can grow and be successful in your business. In the first episode of this season, I had the pleasure of interviewing Tracey Bissett, a chief financial fitness trainer. I enjoyed our conversation so much, I wanted to share with you my biggest takeaways from that episode. Tracey's expertise is money management, cash flow, financial statements, all of those items. But she had so many nuggets of wisdom that went beyond that I wanted to share with you my top 4 takeaways. Now, there were many more, but these are my top 4. My first takeaway was networking and how it is key to growing your business. It is very important that you get outside your 4 walls and get to know other people. And the reason why is because other people can help you grow your business. One, you need people to know what you do and to know about your business. So the more people you're out talking to, telling them about your business, the more likely you're going to get business. Secondly, getting to know other people allows you to learn new things. You are able to perhaps learn a new innovative way of doing things or just get inspiration from someone. I can recall when Ethan and I Ethan joined Entrepreneurial organization. Before that, we really just worked day and night. We worked all the time and spent very little time getting to know other people. We knew our customers. We were online only, but we knew our customers. We worked really hard in our business, and that's what we focused on, but we really did not get outside of our 4 walls. And we decided to change that when he joined Entrepreneurial organization. And I would tag along to many of the events. I would also go to some of the classes, which taught us about hiring people and core values and a variety of topics. And that was so good for us because our business trajectory completely changed. And I can specifically remember one conversation I had with a gentleman at an event, and he told me about a company that did something that I now know is called direct-to-garment printing. At the time, though, I had never even heard of it, and so I began to research it, and eventually, a few months down the road, we actually added a direct-to-garment printer to our offerings because it allowed us to service our customers faster when they needed a shirt really quickly. We could simply print a shirt. Had I never spoken to this gentleman at this event about that particular machine or equipment, I would have had no idea. It could have taken me another 2 years to learn about it. So it's really important that you get outside of your 4 walls, you grow, you learn from others, you get inspired by others. And that could also be through books, learning, reading, listening to podcasts like you're doing right now. All of those things can help you grow and help you in the networking area of your business. My second point from Tracey is around hiring. If you have your business and you're growing that business, at some point you're going to have to hire someone, especially if you want to scale your business. You simply cannot do everything. As a small business owner, we definitely wear a lot of hats, but at some point you're going to have to bring someone else on your team. And part of doing that is you're going to have to train that person in whatever area you want them to work in. And for me, training can be extremely exhausting. But once you get over the hurdle of training someone, you will have a sense of relief that is unlike any other because you will have help. You will be able to get more done and accomplish more in your business when you take the time to train the person on what they need to do. And one of the things we implemented a few years back was something called Trainual, and I've mentioned this before as well, but it really allows us to break up every single department, and in those departments we can break up every single task that needs to be done in an area. And you can put in videos, you can put in text, you can put in graphs and charts, and all of the things that will help your team member on board faster. And that has been such a relief. And one of the things I did mention in episode 63 with Tracey is that when you have something like that, you do have to revisit from time to time because procedures may change. So you have to update your training. But hiring someone to help you is going to save you time. It won't necessarily save you money, but hopefully it'll free up your time so you can then go make more money for your business. Another point that Tracey made, and I have talked about this on a few different occasions, but pricing. Not getting your pricing right can put you out of business so fast, because if you cannot cover all of your expenses and debt, if you have some, you will go out of business. So determining your price, you've got to do it. You've really got to take the time to figure out, if you're a service-based business, how much time it's taking you to do something. What subscriptions do you have that allow you to service your clients? And I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a social media manager. Well, if you're a social media manager, you very well may have 5 or 6 different subscriptions to manage your clients, whether that's stuff that helps you post, items to help you keep your clients organized, a variety of subscriptions that hit every single month. Well, you've got to take those into account, plus the amount of money that you need to get paid, in addition to the utilities that you use to run your computer. So you really have to take into account everything that goes into the cost of doing business. Products are a little bit easier because you truly know the cost easily of your products. But what I have found with products is you've got to watch them, because the prices will creep up on you. Vendors will raise their prices by 10%, 1 quarter or 1 year. Something else that goes into making your products will go up. So you've got to make sure you're assessing how much things are costing. How much is it costing you to get those products delivered get them delivered to your door? So you really have to look at all of the costs. How much are you paying the person to take the items out of the box? Looking at all of your pricing is so important. And the quote that I read at the top of this episode stated, the moment you make a mistake in pricing, you're eating into your reputation or your profit. And you may ask yourself the question, how am I eating into my reputation? Well, if you're not charging enough, you cannot pay for quality people who are going to service your customers to the best of their ability. You also can't innovate. You're unable to put in the latest and greatest software that may help make your business easier or more efficient for your customers. So you begin to eat into your reputation, but you also eat into your profit, because you may not even have any profit if you don't get your pricing right. So pricing is so important. I know I've said that many times, but you got to get your pricing right when it comes to making sure that your business stays in business. I also had one other thought when it comes to reputation, because you have to decide whether it's a service-based business or product-based business. What is your reputation? What type of thought do you want your clients or customers to have about you? Are you the low price leader like Walmart? Are you high style, reasonable prices like Target? Or are you high end like Nordstrom or Dillard's? Whether it's service or product based, what reputation do you want to have when it comes to providing that service or product to your client or customer? And the last takeaway that I had, again, there were many, but one that I wanted to reiterate is carve out a time in your calendar to look at your financial information. This is something that I know is important, and I do not do it often enough, but that's about to change. I just spoke with Ethan about this earlier this week, that we've got to put this on our calendar. Luckily, we met with our business coach earlier this week, and we talked a little bit about taking a deeper dive on our P&L before the end of the year to make sure that we're not paying for things that we no longer need, or just reassessing our expenses. But we actually are going to put a date on the calendar to go over our business expenses as well as our personal ones, because that's also very key in making sure you're efficient in your home life as well as your business life. So making sure you carve out a time in your calendar to look at your financial information. Do not hesitate to do that. Pick a day and make sure that you treat yourself like you would do a client. Do not fudge on your schedule, because you wouldn't do it to a client. Don't do it to yourself. It's very important. Carve out that time. I would love for one of you out there to be my accountability partner on this point. Direct message me on Instagram. The Instagram handle is @StitchedForSuccess, and ask me what day of the week did we select to make our day to carve out to look at our financials. I would love for someone to be my accountability partner on that one. My episode with Tracey, which is episode 63, had many more takeaways than I've covered here. So please make sure you go back and take a listen to the full episode if you have not already. Also, I want to remind you, if you have not had an opportunity yet to get my Amazon best-selling book, or at least a book that I'm a part of, called The Fearless Entrepreneurs, Fear Less, Be More. It is still on sale at Amazon for 99 cents on Kindle, and it's $14.99 if you want a paperback version of the book. So please check that out. It tells a little bit more about my story and how I became an entrepreneur, or what drove me to be an entrepreneur. And then there are 27 other authors in the book that share their fearless entrepreneurial journeys. So check that out. Thank you so much for listening today. I am always so very humbled and grateful that you took the time to listen to the Stitch for Success podcast. This is truly a passion project for me, and I am enjoying every minute of it. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great one. Oh, also, please do me a favor and share the podcast with a friend or family member, and rate and review the podcast on Apple. That will help the podcast grow and reach more people. Thanks, and again, have a great one.